No problem, man.
All right, have a good day. Catch you
You too,
at
man.
church.
Yes.
And Tim is one of my moderators for the show. Oh, he hung up. So let me go. There's a lot to say, but let me go to Lecture Fan out of Montana. Lecture Fan, how are you?
Good, James. How are you?
Fine.
So I'm a Twitch streamer on Twitch, and I talk politics on there, and my viewers absolutely love you. They
Oh, right
constantly are telling me, they're constantly telling me, you got to go check out the Hake Report. You got to check out JLP. You got to call in. You guys get along. And so I kind of wanted to call in and kind of ask for your take on the conservative politics on Twitch and as a platform and stuff. But
All right.
I could make a comment on McCain since that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, go for it.
So I actually totally disagree with John McCain on a lot of the political issues that he's voted on, like this voting on the skinny repeal, being in favor of amnesty. I totally oppose all that stuff. But I actually don't think politics is probably the most important thing you do in life. And this is actually saying a lot because I'm a conservative political streamer on Twitch. So for me to say politics is not the most important thing is I think says something. I think what is the most important thing is your relationship with God, your relationship with family. And I don't think any of us know what McCain's relationship with God or relationship with family was. So I just throw that out there as that's kind of my perspective on it. I wouldn't say that McCain has lived his life wrong without really knowing, some of those things.
Yeah, but I mean, just the way that he reacted towards Trump, and doesn't just speak to politics. It speaks to his character, because he definitely. I mean, you look at those examples that I presented, how he just totally kissed up to Obama and he was a total politician in the worst way, meaning he was very vanilla, safe, coward. He was a coward, and then he turned angry and all tough with Trump, and so that speaks to what type of a person that he is and was, I mean, because he was an angry, nasty, vengeful person, and not to be trusted.
Okay, all right. Well, let me at least see if we can agree on at least one good thing that McCain did, which is, I think, giving us Sarah Palin, which I actually think led to helping Trump get elected, and here's why. Because when John McCain nominated Sarah Palin, who was one of the only honest, genuine Christian politicians that actually has actual values and sticks with them. And John McCain gave us Sarah Palin. And then the way you saw the Democrats and the left and the media in this country absolutely destroy her in every way, and the vitriolic, acidic hatred they showed towards her, I think woke a lot of people up into realizing about how sick the left has really become, which led to Trump then being able to get support, because people finally realized the media was so sick and the left was so sick, and then people were sick of it, and I think that sort of helped fuel Trump's support a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, she was a big Tea Party person, and I'm kind of glad that John McCain lost, in that Obama was like a big wake-up call to America. And
totally.
No, and I agree with that. And you see that today with Congress's spending, and we're still running $1 trillion deficits, and we can't cut our spending or anything like that. So I agree that it was only so effective, but it still is at least some movement in the right direction.
Congress is spending, and we're still running $1 trillion deficits, and we can't cut our spending or anything like that. So I agree that it was only so effective, but it still is at least some movement in the right direction.
Yeah, I think that all of these people serve as examples, kind of mirrors to ourselves. Like, we cannot be, because he's a McCain and even Palin to an extent. They're like reflections. You can look at them and you see your own weaknesses in them too, because the people tend to elect kind of what they are. You know what I mean? Like, these disgusting people voted for Obama, and then we were voting for these rhinos. Like, I was supporting Romney, McCain, and all these people that turned out to be just they had like hidden evil in them. You know what I mean? And that's like it's a wake up call. And so yeah, I don't know what.
Right, yeah,
I don't know what John McCain
but
was
you got to admit though that nobody's perfect, and that the Tea Party at least was somewhat of a positive influence. And here's an interesting point about John McCain. I think John McCain is Exhibit A as to the argument that if in order for Republicans to win, we have to nominate conservative or people like Trump who are outside the mainstream anti-establishment, because otherwise nobody's going to get out the vote. And politics 101 is energize your base, get out the vote. You look at John McCain, you look at Mitt Romney, both sort of moderate Republicans, didn't excite the base whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then you see them losing, and then you see Trump winning with an actual excite the base. And so it's hilarious. The left and the media and these liberals will come out and tell us, hey, if you Republicans really want to win elections, you better nominate somebody like McCain or somebody like Romney, who's a moderate, liberal on a lot of issues, et cetera, et cetera. And then it turns out to never be true. And then the actual
totally
way you win is nominating somebody like Trump.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, people like real people, and Trump is a real person. I haven't seen anybody else like that, like ever in politics that I know of. I've been around I'm 37, so I didn't know even Reagan all that much, but I like Trump better than Trump. Trump has put a very positive impression on me.
I agree. Well, let me ask you about politics on Twitch real quick, and then I'll let you go.
Yeah, what is Twitch? I've heard of it. I know that people use it it's kind of like an alternative to YouTube. And I know that people
honestly,
use it for video games, right? People live stream their video games on video for other people to watch. That's what I think of when I think of Twitch. But I hear that there's like
that's right.
And I hear that they're very strict in terms of being politically correct. I heard that they're actually kind of worse than YouTube. Is that true?
No, that's absolutely true. And you see streamers getting banned by Twitch all the time for making a slip up where like a slur, like a homophobic slur, a racist slur gets said, and Twitch will just ban people straight up. Or even if you say things, and they of course have a terms of...
So it doesn't even have to be by you. It just has to be said like in the comment section?
Correct. What they say is they request their streamers to take reasonable actions to keep everything within the chat room and everything else within TOS. So that way, streamers actually getting banned for stuff that other people do.
Yeah. Wow.
It's truly it's Orwellian as hell.
Yeah. That's disgusting.
But
so what brought you to Twitch then?
Well, so Twitch did start out as a video gaming platform, and it's a live streaming platform, and you might be shocked to hear that Twitch is like top 5 of the websites in terms of internet traffic. There's tons of viewers there. And so I had an interesting idea of like combining gaming and politics, because I think that's where a lot of the younger generation is they're on Twitch. They're not watching cable TV.
Right.
They are watching YouTube, but they're watching YouTube and Twitch instead of regular TV and stuff like that. And so I think, really to reach a lot of people and bring them a good message, you got to be on Twitch. And I love gaming as well. And so I play games and I talk politics and stuff. And like I said, I got viewers that come in and constantly tell me about you and stuff. And so they're just so excited that I finally got to talk to you.
That's interesting, man. I appreciate your call. Wow. So you just play so when people are watching your stream, they're watching the video game that you're playing. And you're talking politics over it?
Yes, and I'm sitting there playing a video game and then talking about politics over the top of it.
Nice.
Yes.
How old are you, Lecture Fan?
I'm in my 30s.
Okay. Wow, out of Montana. How did you get into gaming?
Out of Montana. Oh, I've just been a gamer my whole life. In fact, if you like to play any kind of video games like Counter-Strike or something, I'd love to invite you on my stream sometime.
Appreciate that. I got into Nintendo like 10 years after everybody else, or 15 years after everybody else. Like,
okay.
And I mean like regular Nintendo. Like, my first Nintendo was the newer version, as opposed to that square boxy one that people like pushed it in and then closed the flap. Like, it was the one where you put it in like that. To put the video game in.
Okay, yeah.
And Yeah, so that's like, and then I played a little bit of PlayStation because some of my cousins and brothers had like got a PlayStation, and we kept it at my grandmother's house. So anytime like after Sunday after church, we would go to my grandmother's house, grandparents' house actually, and we would play video games and then go out and go swimming. And so after that, I
that's
didn't
fantastic. So you fit right in.
yeah, but
You got the history.
yeah, I do, but I never really played like with other people over the internet. Like
No, I do the same.
I did a little
Well,
bit of
now's your chance.
Duke Nukem, you know, the fighting the Nazis game or whatever. But after that,
Right.
I didn't do much. I was kind of into it, but then after, I guess once I started working, I just poured myself into work and then whatever. It's weird.
No, I do the same thing. What I do is I work all day, and then I come home after work, and I stream for about 2 to 3 hours every night and talk politics and play games and stuff.
So do people call in and talk to you?
Oh, I haven't had people calling in and talking to me yet because honestly, trying to play a computer game and read the chat and talk about politics is so much going on already that I haven't really done that, but I think it's a good idea.
I've seen other people use Discord as a way for people to call in and talk live by voice with the host.
Yep, and that's how most people on Twitch do it. Yep.
Okay. But you haven't done
So
that
if
yet?
you want, I haven't. I haven't. Everybody tells me to do it, but like I said, it's a lot to do. You honestly should try Twitch out. I think you'd be pretty successful on there in addition to YouTube. But
interesting.
If you wanna come check me out, it's LCTR Fan is how you spell my name. It's Lecture Fan, but it's LCTRFAN.
Okay.
And would love to have you on the stream sometime. And like I said, just wanted to call in and say all my viewers love you, and my viewers are going to be stoked that I got to talk to you. And so it's LCTR Fan.
Check out Church